Some chapters in life don't whisper, they roar, sweat, grind, and sing in four-part harmony. For Benjamin Barnes, aka Bencasso TM, the years between 1988 and 1994 at the San Francisco Conservatory of Music were exactly that, a crucible of culture, craft, and character. He arrived a violinist, solid, trained, hungry, but somewhere along the line, junior year to be exact, he got the tap on the shoulder that changes trajectories. We need a violist. That's how the door opened to the Rilke String Quartet. The lineup: Graham Jennings on first violin, sharp and driven; Chris Latham on second violin, thoughtful and precise; Sam Bass on cello, who would later jump genres and join Bencasso TM in the rock band Deadweight. And there he was, Barnes on viola, stepping into the inner voice. Less spotlight, more soul. They were coached by Mark Sokol, a towering figure in every sense. Physically commanding, musically electric. Former first violinist of the Concord String Quartet, a group decorated with Grammy and Emmy recognition, Sokol didn't do casual. He did immersion, 8-hour coaching sessions in Sebastopol, no shortcuts, no mercy, just music, dissected and rebuilt. And when he demonstrated, he didn't hold back. He'd grab one of his Stradivarius violins, yes, multi-million-dollar masterpieces, and play passages with thunder, the kind of sound that rewires your DNA. And yes, at one point Barnes accidentally sat on one of those Strads, a moment immortalized forever in Sokol's favorite hallway greeting. "Hey Ben, how's your ass?" That's not a lesson you forget. The quartet itself? Pure fire. 10-hour rehearsals 7 days a week, Beethoven's Op. 95, Berg's Lyric Suite, Mozart's Hunt Quartet, music that demands precision and dares you to lose your mind a little. They almost named themselves the Jameson Quartet, because whiskey seemed like a reasonable identity at the time. Thankfully, cooler heads prevailed, thanks Chris, and they chose Rilke, after the German poet Rainer Maria Rilke, a name with weight, depth, and, crucially, not tied to unfortunate pop culture associations that would have raised eyebrows at competitions. Speaking of competitions, the Rilke Quartet didn't just grind, they delivered. They became semi-finalists at the prestigious Fischoff International Chamber Music Competition. Not luck, not vibes, work. But here's the other side of the story, the part conservatories don't put in brochures. They were broke. Sam and Ben were already busking to pay tuition. Graham and Chris, international students from Australia, navigating restrictions that made earning money even harder. So they did what musicians have always done. They took it to the streets. BART stations, street fairs, anywhere with foot traffic and ears. And guess what? They didn't just survive. They thrived. People heard them, stopped, listened, and hired them. Weddings, parties, events. The hustle turned into opportunity. After rehearsal marathons, they'd wind down at Doherty's Irish Bar just down the street. Pool cues, pints, laughter, and the kind of bonding that turns a group into a unit. When Graham and Chris eventually moved on, Barnes and Bass kept building, forming a piano quartet with New Zealand talent and pianist John Chernoff, who would, decades later, come full circle to accompany Barnes at a 2023 recital funded by a $20,000 San Francisco Arts Commission grant. The Rilke Quartet didn't fade, they evolved. 3 recordings, continued performances, a living legacy, still playing luxury events and weddings across the Bay Area. Because some things don't end, they just keep playing.